Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And today we'll be doing two stock reviews. We'll be doing Disney and Netflix. I'm going to go over whether we should buy, hold, or sell these particular stocks. Now, you may have them already in your portfolio. Like myself, I have Disney, but I do not have Netflix. Netflix is pretty darn expensive when it comes to stocks. And we understand when people say something expensive, this means that it's kind of out of your price range, meaning you don't have that much money. That's just the way I look at it. But nonetheless, let's get into the stock review, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the stock review. I don't want to bore you here too long, but hopefully I can give you guys some great information so you can make a conscious decision about where you want to invest your money at, so some profitable gains, okay? So here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with Disney first. Disney first. Now, so far for the past 5 years, Disney has been up almost 18% in the last year. Disney has been down almost 4% in the last 3 months. They've been up almost 9% the last month, 4.3% the last week, 0.18%, and today they're only up 0.01%. Now, as you can tell in my portfolio, I have 2 shares of Disney that cost me $253.98, but my market value is $254.84. So I'm only up, as it's fluctuating because the market is live, 78 cents, okay? Now, if you guys don't know anything about Disney, I'm not going to read all of this because you guys are familiar with all the things that Disney does: Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Movies, Disney Pictures. I think they also own Comcast. Let's see how much I will read to give you this information, and also Disney Cruises. Disney is huge, okay? Absolutely huge. But lately, Disney has been hurting because of COVID-19. You understand that Disney laid off 28,000 workers in, I believe, in their Disney World park, I believe, or between Disney World and Disneyland. That really hurts because they need people to increase their profit revenue. They need people to be on their cruises. They need people to go to Disneyland and Disney World. But again, they started their online streaming platform that will help them out just a little bit, but they need to increase the content, okay? Because they are heavily in competition with Netflix. Nonetheless, let's get into it, okay? So Disney is a diversified international family entertainment and media enterprise. It operates through the following segments: media networks, parks, experiences and products, studio entertainment, and direct-to-customer international. The media network segment includes cable and broadcast television networks, television production and distribution operations, domestic television stations, radio networks and station. The park experience and product segment owns and operates the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida, the Disneyland Resort in California, a Disney Resort and Spa in Hawaii, Disney Vacation Club, the Disney Cruise Line, and the Adventures by Disney. The studio entertainment segment produces and acquires live action and animated motion pictures, direct-to-video content, musical recordings, and live stage plays. The segment distributes films primarily under the Walt Disney Pictures. You got Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Touchstone banners. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Disney owned Comcast, if I'm not mistaken. And for a moment, there was some rhetoric, there was some news, there was some chatter about Disney possibly buying Netflix. Don't worry, that's not going to happen. Also, Disney want to buy Sony. That's not going to happen. So they're not going to acquire none of those business. Okay. So the CEO is Robert Chapek. Employees around about 250,000 employees. So 223,000. Headquarters Burbank, California. Founded in 1923. Okay. Very, very old company. Dividends are 0.69. Here are their collectibles. 100 most popular stocks. Consumer sales and retail. They're into entertainment, hardware, hotels, media, and software. Now, they're covering a lot of segments here. You got entertainment. They're in tech, so software. Then again, media is a source of entertainment. Then you have the hotels and services. Okay, hotel and services. Then consumer services and retail. And then hardware. Okay, so they're in a lot of segments. Okay, let's see here. Not too significant report. Now, we're going to read about this later, okay? We're going to read about this, like how Disney lost Shonda Rimes to Netflix over a Disneyland pass. This is hilarious, in my opinion. Now, Shonda Rimes, if you guys are not familiar, okay, Shonda Rimes is a beast, to say the least of her, okay? She is a writer and a creator of content that was previously on the Disney platform, is now moving over to Netflix. And Netflix is offering her a 9 or 10 year deal for a 9-figure contract. A 9-figure contract. If you guys are not familiar with 9 figures, because we're so excited, we're so overzealous about a 7-figure. 9 figures is over $100 million. Over $100 million. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be over $100 million because she brings in bank. Okay. Let me tell you why. Shonda Rhimes is a creator and writer. Okay. I'm pretty sure some other people help her write Grey's Anatomy. So if you ever watch Grey's Anatomy like I did, I watched about 4 or 5 years. Then I kind of let it go. But she is the writer and creator of Grey's Anatomy. Scandal. If you ever watch Scandal, she is the creator and writer of Scandal. And I love that show. Also, How to Get Away with Murder. She's also the creator and writer of that. So those 3 shows alone has made Disney so much darn money. They're probably upset. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, I thought at first, as I was reading into it, I'm like, is she being petty? You know how you question yourself? Is she being petty about this? And I'm going to talk about this situation later when we get into the story. But I realized it wasn't about being petty. It was about her value and the amount of power that she had in Disney, because I'm pretty sure that anybody else, okay, that has a lighter skin tone probably would have been treated differently. Let's move on. All right, with Disney, you got buy 62%, hold at 38, 0% sale. We're not going to go over the bulls and bears. We're going to go over the quarterly earnings. Now, if you notice, the market, especially this week, has been very volatile. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, whether it be Disney or any other stock, this is a good time to buy. Anytime the market is down, always think this is the time to buy. It's kind of like if you went to a clothing shop, okay, and you know all these clothes are very expensive, but on the clearance and on the what's the other one? And on sale rack, they're down 30, 40, 50%. That is how you have to look at investing. Okay, these stocks, these clothes are still worth large amounts of money, and the trend is going to come back, and those stocks are going to raise back in value. And this is how you make tons of money. Buy low, sell high. And we look through the quarterly earnings. They've been down Q3. But if I go back up here to the time chart, let's look at this very, very quickly. So again, that big dip is what? COVID-19. Okay. So Disney were at one point all the way up to $151. Now they're only $127. So again, I told you guys only have 2 shares. Okay. Let's see what other segments are in this particular collection. Microsoft, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, and Facebook. Let's move along. Let's look at their past performances here. Okay. All right. 52-week range, $80 to $153. So $79, $80 to $153. The 52 week range, okay? EPS at a negative 62 cents. That's not bad. 88 cents per share. Okay. That's more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cents we were receiving with the other stocks. So this is not this is not bad. Okay. But even though it's not $1, it's not bad. Okay. Now, performance. The past 5 days, they've been up 0.5%. The last month, roughly 3%. The last 3 months, 8.4%. But year to date, they've been down almost 12%. But nonetheless, Disney continues to grow somehow, some way. And when you see this EPS, I know we're thinking about this stock, this particular company is running out of debt. But again, as I explained last night on my Powell Technologies research, is that a lot of people take their earnings and reinvest it back into the business. So it's not like they lost anything. They're growing the business, okay? We understand that The Mandalorian returns. A lot of people are loving The Mandalorian. I love that show. It's a pretty good show, a lot of action. They're going to gain subscribers off of that. So we got to think futuristically about the way Disney is moving and see if this is going to be a good investment. And the time is to what? Buy now, okay? Buy now. Let's not wait. Sony confirms Disney Plus, Netflix, and Twitch will be on the PS5 at launch. What is that telling you? That's telling you that Disney, okay, and Netflix, because we're going to go over Netflix a little later, that Disney and Netflix are going to be offered on another platform, on another hardware platform. So a lot of you was thinking about getting your children or even yourself a smart TV or maybe an Amazon Fire Stick, or you need another apparatus or machine or electronic to do smart TV devices on, and they're going to offer these apps on there, okay? So let's move right along. We got a lot of information to cover. So this is Disney. Okay, this is what I love about Disney. So you got Disney movies, you have Pixar movies, Marvel Comics. Everybody loves Marvel Comics. There's only 0.1% of the population who don't have TVs who don't like Marvel movies. You got Star Wars and you got National Geographic. I love National Geographic, but I also love the guy, what's that guy's name? The British guy on BBC does all the Planet Earths. Forgot his name. He has an excellent accent, and it just goes so well with him explaining, wildlife. But let's just go over some of these movies. You got The Avengers, you got The Last Jedi, you got Inhumans, you got About the Elephants, you got Once Upon a Snowman. I'm just going over the content for you guys to know. Some of you, I'm not trying to belittle you guys in any way. You got Black Panther, Rogue One, Han Solo. What else we got here? The Haunted Mansion. A lot of people are watching these Halloween movies because that's coming up next week. Hocus Pocus, The Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's see, what else? The Lion King, Toy Story, Avatar. The list goes on and on and on. You get my drift. You get my drift. They have a lot of content, okay? So without saying done, what do I think about Disney? What did I think about Disney? Do I think it's a strong buy, a hold, a sell? I'm going to go with medium buy. Is that a one? Is that one? Medium buy? Because you got strong buy and buy. I'm just going to go with medium buy. But no. You should definitely buy Disney. You should definitely buy Disney, especially when Disney is down. Especially when Disney is down. That is my opinion, okay? That you should buy Disney. So let's move on. Good old Netflix. Everybody have had it. Netflix and chill. Get you a drink. Get you a honey. You got a little bit of money. Netflix and chill. When a guy says, come over so we can Netflix and chill, I wonder what that means to the female or what it means to the guy. Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, I'm off that one. So the past 5 years, Netflix has been up. Oh, am I? I'm not even showing you guys. I apologize. I wasn't even showing you guys this whole entire time. Unbelievable. I never have done that ever. First time for everything. I'll let you see Disney a little bit later, guys. My apologies. So they've been up almost 400% over the past 5 years. Excuse me. Netflix has been up 80.4% the past year. The past 3 months, they've been up almost 1%. The past month, they've been up almost 3%. The past week, they've been down almost 10% And then today they're down. And so this is a great time to buy Netflix because look, ladies and gentlemen, as we look at Netflix, let me go back here. Where did they dip at? Where did they dip? They only went down to $332. Okay. And now they're still up 400 and some odd dollars. Okay. They're up $483. And again, ladies and gentlemen, don't let a high stock price hurt your investment. Okay. Don't let it fool with your mind because platforms like Robinhood and WeBull, and if you want to invest with Robinhood or WeBull, I have a link in the description. Now, as you can tell over here, it says buy in dollars amount or share. So if I type in one, I have to pay the full $483 to buy one full share of Netflix. But if I change this, invest into dollars, I can invest $10, okay? And it shows you the estimated quantity of a fractional share. So you can invest with any amount of money, which is absolutely phenomenal. I love the fractional investments because maybe you don't have $480, but you still want to invest in Netflix. Because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, you should invest in companies and services and products that you know. And believe me, if you have a Netflix account or if you ever had a Netflix account, you know the services it provides. Nonstop entertainment. Now, there's a point in your life where you was on Netflix and you like, I watched everything. And you went through hundreds. You went through maybe even thousands of movies, but you found out one good movie. Like last night, I was on Netflix and I was like, I watched Come to Daddy. And I started watching Come to Daddy. And it was this horror picture with a twist. It wasn't great, but it was something to watch. You ever seen a movie like that? Yeah, it was okay. That's how that movie was. But nonetheless, that's when you start surfing on Netflix. All right. Netflix, also called, is a streaming entertainment service company which provides subscription service, streaming movies and television episodes over the internet and sending DVDs by mail. It operates through the following segments: domestic streaming, international streaming, and domestic DVD. The domestic streaming segment derives revenues from monthly membership fees for service consisting solely of streaming content to its members in the United States. All right. That's all I'm going to read about that. I don't want to. They're in Los Gatos, California, founded in 1997. They have roughly 8,600 employees. Their price earning ratio is 78.96. Pretty good. If you guys want to know more about information about price earning ratios, just type in on your on your YouTube search, type in Ross World and then type in price earning ratios, or you can look at my stock research that I did of Powell Technologies last night, where I once again broke down how you equate and how do you get figures from price earning ratios. Okay. Their collectibles is software and 100 most popular stocks. And then we get into Netflix stock falls Thursday, underperforms market, etc. We're going to get into the story, how Disney lost Shonda Rimes to a Netflix over a Disneyland pass. Okay, Disneyland pass. And with Netflix, buy is 60, hold is 28, and sell is 12. We're going to skip what the Bulls and Bears say because we're all going to stay involved with Netflix. We all love it. We know. Q2, Q1, they were going up and moving sideways. Q3, as you can tell, they're actually up. And what I love about Robinhood as well, I love WeBull and Robinhood. I love WeBull a little bit better, but nonetheless, I'm being biased. I love that you can replay the earnings calls and see exactly what they said. Now, other people are involved with Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, and NVIDIA. We're moving over to Market Watch. Okay. We're going to look at that 52-week range. Here we go. Over the past 52 weeks, they've been to 270 and all the way up to $575, ladies and gentlemen. And their performance of the past 5 days have been down 9%. The past month up 0.15%, 3 months 0.65%, and year to date almost 50%. And the past year they've been up almost 75%. Their EPS is a whopping $6.19. And again, earnings per share shows you when a company is in profit, and they are heavily in profit. Netflix is doing well despite their decline in their stock price. Don't get those two twisted because people are still resubscribing, oversubscribing, in Netflix. Because most people, what they'll do is, and I'm going to tell you a trick I used to do, okay? people ask me why I got like 6, 7 emails. Well, when you got 5 or 6, 7 credit cards, you can go in and get a free promotion but from Disney Plus and Netflix if you keep changing your credit cards and your emails. All right, let me go over some quick information that you guys didn't see on Disney, okay? So I went over the performance. I'm going to let you guys glance at that very quickly in case you didn't see that. All right. Sony confirms Disney Plus, Netflix, and Twitch will be on a PS. Here we go again. It did it again, didn't it? It keeps going out. This is crazy. I'm not doing that, okay? So Sony confirms Disney Plus, Netflix, and Twitch will be on a PS5 at launch. And then also was movies that are on the Disney platform. Disney movies, Pixar movies, Marvel movies, Star Wars movie, National Geographic movies, okay? You have The Avengers, Last Jedi, Inhumans, Toy Story, Han Solo, Rogue One. Just to go over them, okay? Hocus Pocus, Avatar, Lion King, and a good show here, The Mandalorian. Really good show. Mona. You got Black is King with Beyonce. Titans with Denzel Washington. Togo. That was actually a good movie, believe it or not. The Gathering Storm. And the list goes on. You guys understand this content. All right, let's move on to Netflix. Netflix to Disney. They've been in a streaming war ever since Disney decided to come out with their own streaming platform. This is what it means to be streaming first. So on October 20th, let me blow this up for you guys. Get out of here. There we go. Make sure this stays. On October 20th, Netflix threw down the gauntlet to Disney, showing its arch rival what it really means to be a streaming first company. During its third quarter earning release, Netflix announced that it was doubling down on content, planning to release more shows in 2021 than any previous year in history. So 2021, Netflix said we're coming out with a bunch of content. So that's going to drive their subscribers even up. And if you notice, they have a lot of content from Nollywood, Nigerian movie film studio, Nollywood. A lot of African movies on there. So they're catering to the world, okay? They've been having those dub movies where the quality of the movie is phenomenal. The action is phenomenal. But then when you saw looking at their face and they're not speaking, you hear English, but the lips are not going with the movie. I'll be like, wait a minute, this is a good, whoa. And it throws me all off. But nonetheless, they are catering to many audiences around the world. So Netflix, in my opinion, is doing the damn thing. Okay. They are absolutely doing the damn thing. All right. Excuse me. So again, it says the news comes just a week after Disney announced a major reorganization that will see the company centralize its media business around streaming. Named Disney Plus as it attempts to offset the devastating effects of COVID-19 on its theatrical and theme park business, the pandemic has forced the company to push major release slated for movie theaters into the new year, and some like Hamilton and Mulan onto a streaming platform. Disney theme parks have also been hit hard by the pandemic, leading to the recent layoff of 28,000 employees, which I said before. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I like Disney. I like some of the content. It's great for kids. It's great for you. They got Aladdin with Will Smith on here. Giant, they're talking about crabs, Meet the Chimps. I've watched a lot of these, okay? Really, really good content. But again, Netflix has a lot of content too. Okay, so let's move on. So we talked about that. Excuse me. Let me get back to this story really. Let me pop up this story really quickly. Let me get to this story. But I want to show you some content on Netflix first. Okay. Now, this is the cool thing about Netflix that I think Disney, this contract is going to end pretty soon here. Netflix actually has Disney movies on it. Now, they look like older movies, in my opinion. Popular on Netflix here, the Disney movie section. The Help, Princess Frog, Mary Poppins, The Nutcracker, Chicken Little, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Miracle, The Puppets, The Legend of the Never Beast. There's their Disney movies. Okay, there's the Disney movies, but We understand all the content that Netflix actually has. So you're asking yourself right now, raw, okay? Here's some of the movies. Here's some of the stuff I'm watching, I guess. Popular on Netflix. You got this new one, Over the Moon. That looks pretty good. What else? The Good Witch. You got that on there. If you guys watching about witches, I don't know. Historical, romantic. You got all this content. Everybody knows about Netflix. I don't want to bore you. Let's get into the story about Shonda Rhimes. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Shonda Rhimes, again, let me remind you, Shonda Rhimes is the creator and writer of Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder. All three hit major shows that were on Disney, but now seem as though I guess she's taking them to Netflix. Okay. So let me read a little bit about this, guys. This is so funny. All right, let's look here. Let's look. I'm gonna read some of this to you. This is gonna be crazy. Okay. It says interview. Rhimes, the creator and executive producer of smash ABC hits such as Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder, described a tense relationship with ABC owner Disney. We understand that, right? Disney owns ABC, so that's why I'm keeping it straight. There's a lot of companies that own a lot of companies. So when I say that Disney owned Comcast, look into it. When I say that Disney owned ABC, look into it. Disney is a conglomerate. They own a lot of companies. Nonetheless, with constant push and pull over budgets, that's the first thing. She's not getting to Disney fan. I think this was the last straw. You know how you like, I'm fed up with this bull crap? That is where she was. She was like, with constant push and pull over budgets. She said, hey, I'm making hit TV shows for you guys, and it's bringing in a lot of money, but you're trying to always fight me about the budget. In order to make these shows good, I need this amount of money to get the actors, to get the set, and to get the crews and the directors and the producers to make this show beautiful, to make these shows great. Okay? Make Shonda Rhimes great again. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. She's already great. But anyway, she says, with constant push and pull over budgets, content and advertising, and was already feeling creatively restless 3 years into her latest contract, but she was making tens of millions of dollars. And her shows generated an estimated $2 billion for Disney over a decade and a half. So 15 years, she made Disney $2 billion. She told the Hollywood Reporter that Breaking Point turned out to be a family trip to Disneyland that she wasn't even a part of. She wasn't even going. She was busy. Among her compensation package, she had been given an all-inclusive pass to Disneyland. Okay, this is part of her compensation package, an all-inclusive pass to Disney and a second pass for her nanny. So she can bring Rhimes' three children to the theme park. One day, Rhimes' sister wanted to join Rhimes' nanny and the children on a trip to Disneyland. The passes were not interchangeable, so Rhimes had to call Disney to obtain a new pass for her sister, which she did. After some purported gripes from Disney, but when the group got to the park, once the group got to the park, only one of the passes worked. So again, we got to think about it. Her sister had a pass, her nanny had a pass, and her 3 kids had a pass. Only one of the passes worked. When Rhimes called a Disney executive, okay, executive is the top, the top tier people, to sort out the matter. She didn't call ABC. She called Disney because she had Disneyland. That's part of her compensation package. She was reportedly told, don't you have enough? Haven't we paid you enough? And that's very, very disrespectful for a high earner in your company. There's a way to do business. There's a way to talk to people. But when you tell a person who's created and written Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and first of all, she's a Black woman talking about, don't you have enough? No, I don't have enough. I want all mine and then some. I want the cherry, I want the apple pie and whipped cream and ice cream with the biggest spoon you can offer. Don't ever tell me, do I have enough? This is a deal. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, before I go on a little tangent and rant here, she called you guys to get these passes. You approved these passes, but when they got to the part, the passes didn't work. Just like if you guys bought a package and you go to the gate like, hey, excuse me, customer service, this didn't work. Oh, okay, we'll fix that for you, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience. Right? So she said, hey, the passes don't work. So she called the Disney executive, and then she said, hey, my family got to Disneyland and the passes don't work. And the Disney executive say, don't you have enough? Really? Anyway, according to the report, Rimes said she thanked him for his time and hung up. She was being professional. She didn't say, you punk ass dude. No, she didn't say that. She said, thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Then she called her attorney right after that call and told him to figure out a way to get her out of her ABC contract so she can move to Netflix. Netflix is a buy. Disney is about, because Netflix is going to go up. Right now they're down. Let me go back. Right now, Netflix is down, but Netflix is going to go up. Buy it now. Right now, Disney is only $127. Disney's going to go down, then it's going to shoot back up anyway because they're still making great content. So I would definitely buy both. Okay, let me finish the story. To get her out of her ABC contract so she can move to Netflix, or she'll find new representation. Okay. In August 2017, she joined Netflix in a multi-year 9-figure deal that opened the floodgates for prominent Hollywood showrunners to flock to the streaming service. In the following months, Ryan Murphy, Cartel Cruz, Damon Chazelle, and Kenya Barris, among others, will follow her lead, bolstering Netflix content creation for years to come. Her courtship with Netflix reportedly began months before when she met clandestine with the Netflix content chief, now co-CEO, Telson Randolph, telling him, I just want to be in a place where I can make stuff and no one's going to bother me or make me feel like I'm beholden. The first of Rhyme shows are set to debut on Netflix in the coming months. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm telling you right here, right now, even with all the shenanigans and the bickering back and forth, in my opinion, both of these stocks are a buy. I believe that you guys should buy both of these stocks. That is my stock review for today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. Hang with me. I want to show you guys one more thing. And usually I show my portfolio. I'm going to show that too. Let me look this up very, very quickly. Stay with me. I just want to show you this very quickly, okay? I'm going to show you my portfolio as well as, let's see here. Give me 1 second. Let me give 1 second. Here we go. All right. Let me get into my portfolio. I want you guys to see how I'm doing. You know, I'm always trying to show you guys. This is what I'm doing today. It is what it is. I don't care. You know me, I'm going to stay. Let's look at my Cleveland Cliffs, I mean. Right now, look, remember I bought this, I did Cleveland Cliffs, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I bought these options, okay? I'm already up 163% on these options. High risk, high reward. I risk it and I'm winning. I spent $95. Look, this is how much these options cost me, $95. And guess how much I'm up? $160. I lost it. I lost it for a second. Sorry. I'm actually a little happy about that. It's not a lot of money because I made $2,000 in 10 minutes off an option. I just was lucky. But nonetheless, let me show you this very quickly, okay? A lot of you not going to care for this, but I got to show you, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is this? Y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this? Now, the other day, I forgot to show you guys this picture when I was talking about how politics and news pander and fool black people. Now, this is majority of, you got Kamala Harris back here. Joe Biden is off somewhere. This is Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi. And you got all these jokers kneeling down, okay, pandering to black people about taking the knee of police brutality and police killing. And they're wearing kente cloth. Now, first and foremost, this is from Ghana. These fabrics, not the fabric itself, but the design, this kente cloth is from Ghana, okay, which a lot of slaves did go through. But first and foremost, majority of the slaves came from West Africa. There's a lot of other countries like Benin, Togo, Nigeria, Senegal. I mean, just to name a few. You got Gambia, you got Nambia, you got West Africa is huge. I mean, I know this is northern West Africa, but to pander to us, to kneel down and put on a kente cloth is disrespectful. I forgot to talk about this. This is very disrespectful. This is what they're doing to get your vote. I just heard Ricky Smiley on his show not too long ago. I think it was a couple of days, forgot when it was, talking about how Kamala Harris was on the phone line with him, talking about Atomic Dog or some song she was singing. I'm so tired, family. We either be Chuck Taylors, Timberland boots, singing rap music. Listen, why are these politicians going to these black elites and asking them what's on their playlist? They understand that they're part of the political pandering, political pundits, political puppets that are trying to cater to us for our freaking vote. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, what they're telling you is, if I take a knee and put on kente cloth, you're going to vote for me. If I put on Chuck Taylors with my business suit, you're going to vote for me. If I put on Timberland boots with my slacks, you're going to vote for me. If I play Hispanic music, the Hispanics are going to vote for me, Joe Biden. Really? This is disrespectful, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of you have already cast your vote. And some of you are regretting casting your vote, period. You're like, I wish they would have did this stuff earlier. This is another example. And this picture is old. This picture is old, but they continue to pander to us. I am so freaking tired of this. I'm so freaking tired of this. Kente cloth and taking the knee. That has nothing to do with foundational Black Americans. Most of us don't even know what country we came from in West Africa, let alone what tribe. But this is how they pander to us. This is disrespectful. And you and I continue to fall for the, let me correct that. You guys continue to fall for the disrespectfulness. I no longer subscribe to any political party. And I am not voting until they produce reparations on the board. I'm not doing it. And I wonder, and I want to zoom in on this picture right here, okay, of Nancy Pelosi. She went all the way live with hers. Y'all see her? Do you guys see her watch? It won't let me blow it up for some reason. I want you guys to see her watch. It's not letting me blow it up. I want you guys to see her watch. Let me see if I can find a better picture of her watch. All these photos are out of focus. Let me see if I can see her watch. Really? I think YouTube is, I mean, not YouTube, but Google is fighting against me today. They don't want me to show you guys these pictures. Then, if you look up stuff like this, right, you got the Democrats wearing kente cloth. Then let's see, how you spell this lady's name? Kamala Harris wearing Converse. See, that's the thing. This wouldn't be a story. Look at this. Look at this. And she was like, look at my shoes. That is what she was telling somebody. Let me move this over. Look, that's what she was saying. Look at my shoes. She was on the Ricky Smiley show singing a song, and then Ricky Smiley said, go vote. He said, go vote. Can I show you guys that? Now, this is from Dr. Boyce Watkins' Twitter page, okay? But I got to show you guys this really quickly. Look at this. Let me play this for you guys. Ricky Smiley, I don't know if you're on code or not, brother, but this is not a brother on code. Now, this is what you call pandering, and this is what you call samboing on a likes of Ricky Smiley, which I like Ricky Smiley. He's a very funny guy, but some of us are so uneducated about what these people are doing. We either be the Republicans or Democrat, but if you notice, the Democrats do it more so than the Republicans, because the Republicans are like, yeah, we're going to offer you some businesses and some jobs. That's about it. But, you know, we can win without your vote. The Democrats are like, we can't win without your vote, so we're not going to offer you any tangibles. We're just going to pander to you. Listen to this.
Wow. She started singing Atomic Dog, man. I'm tripping. So I just interviewed Senator Kamala Harris, and she said, Atomic Dog. And then she said, wow, you be on. Oh yeah, she wanted me on. Make sure y'all get out of the room.
I'm done. He said she was singing Atomic Dog. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, bow wow wow yo, yippee yay. Then he said go out and vote. What the hell does Atomic Dog got to do with going voting? Ricky Smiley. Brother, I like you, but that has nothing to do with go out and voting. See, let's stop making voting a popularity contest because somebody know goddamn Atomic Dog. She went to Howard University. He's an AKA. Of course she knows Atomic Dog. The point is, what is she offering to black people? And as I always show you people, she is not offering us nothing. I want to hear this one more time. That just pissed me off. Hold up. Let me turn this up. This is stupid.
Wow. She started singing Atomic Dog, man. I'm tripping. So I just interviewed Senator Kamala Harris, and she said, Atomic Dog. And then she said, wow, you be on. Oh yeah, she wanted me on. Make sure y'all get out of here.
Get out and vote. Get out and vote because she's singing Atomic Dog. This is pathetic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely pathetic. Let me show you guys something if you haven't seen it all freaking ready. Okay? Because she gonna sing and dance to you guys. She gonna jig a beat. She gonna shuffle a board. But when it comes to tangibles, let me show you this. Since people like dancing and singing.
Do you support reparations for black people? Well, listen. Again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so
you see how she ran out all the disparities that black people have been through ever since we was released from slavery and ratified in 1865. All these barriers and hurdles we had to go through to be where we are today, which is not that much better. Okay. Continue to listen on. Please listen.
You've got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act.
The Lift Act. Please listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family.
Give people who are making less than $100,000, but you know that black people are hurting the worst. So you're going to offer to everybody who is under $100,000. But she can sing and dance.
Tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families from poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because whatever benefits that Black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country.
So I don't need to listen to that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and don't be fooled. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'm out.